fixtures in and out of the first 11 for St. Louis FC. So it's a matter of the players still being adamant about wanting to be successful, wanting to get results. So you're going to see what some of the other players who have been training just as hard, what they have to offer to the first 11.
Coach Dale Schilly, I heard, was trying to get your uniform size.
Well, he did get it and quickly discarded it
to make sure that never...
To make abundantly certain that no one got, as a mistake, put a McDermott on the back of a shirt.
And so I'd like to think that Coach Schilly just, well, we got to try and survive. No, here's a chance to make a mark for a lot of players, on the pitch with considerable minutes, or guys being put into positions where they can really contribute and show what they can do in key moments at key spots on the field.
Yeah, because as I just mentioned, Bob, the players are still passionate about this. They want to get results. You could have heard the proverbial pin drop in the locker room last Saturday night when the team gets equalized and tied in the 89th minute by the same team they're playing tonight against Charleston. The team was tremendously aggravated about that, but they got right back at it during the training session, hit it hard for this home game. Now there's only 2 home games left after tonight, and we'll talk about that. But here's the first 11 for St. Louis FC. Now we can get in the starting goal, the usual back four, with the exception of Chad Vandergrift gets a start at right back. The 2 holders in the 4-2-3-1 formation, Kentaro Takata, Parker Marr, Jameel Hardware's underneath Mike Ambersley, the 2 wide midfielders, number 11 Charles Rankin, and number 26 Greg Cochran, another lone player from the Chicago Fire. He gets this as a second appearance for St. Louis FC. Charleston Battery comes in with a somewhat similar lineup to what they did against St. Louis FC last week, but the goalkeeper's different tonight. Kevin Corby, another player getting the start tonight, number 3 Forrest Lasso. He comes on for Sean Ferguson. He likewise is suspended for Charleston FC. Taylor Mueller in the backfield. Different players up front, 3 players up front. Ricky Garbanzo, Navion Boyd, Ibiel Cordovez, the guy who got the tying goal in the 89th minute. They're very tricky. They're gifted at midfield with Jared Van Schaik, Dustin Portillo, and Michael Chang.
So you take a look at those lineups, you look at 2 teams, one team that has a remarkable road record, St. Louis, another team that has a remarkable home record, Charleston. So now they're both playing based on records to their weakness.
Exactly right. Charleston, as you just pointed out, one of only 2 teams in this league to be perfect at home this year, 6-0-6. The other team, the Rochester Rhinos, 8-0-2. Now, with that being said, to your prior point, there are only 5 teams out of the league's 24 that have a winning road record. St. Louis FC is indeed one of those. So what you will see tonight, I think, to continue on our theme, still willing to do the running, get after the competition, get the 3 points at home. Because as we start competition tonight, by the way, this is the only game tonight in USO, St. Louis FC sits with 23 points out of 22 games played. They are out of the top 6 right now. The Charleston Battery are fairly comfortable. They have 36 points out of 22 games played. They are in 3rd place, and they seem to be solidified. Rochester and Louisville right in front of Charleston. So a lot of things still happening in this league, but Dale Schilly finds out on a game-by-game basis that what you have to do to be successful in this league, what type of players you have to have. So it's a broad new awakening for every game.
Well, we'll be awakened to the play this evening here in Fenton, Missouri. It is St. Louis against Charleston. We'll be right back on the Big 550 KTRS.
Performing tonight's Heineken coin toss is Brett Hayes from Summit Distributing, Josh Malusa.
Worldwide Technology Soccer Park, Bob Ramsey, Bill McDermott, hard by the banks of the Merrimack River that only a short month or so ago was threatening to swamp us all, and now it's at record lows, and the humidity's down west to east, and it is a great night for soccer. We talk about the Charleston Battery. They're in pretty good shape, in real good shape, very solid for postseason. What is it that they do well?
Well, the main thing that they do well is keep the ball. They're very gifted, they're deceptive, they're very creative. And they do this due in large part to one of the guys I have up front, who, by the way, is not playing tonight, is not even listed in their changes. Number 9, Dane Kelly. He is an absolute handful. He is their leading scorer, Bob, has 11 goals and 3 assists. 9 of the goals are in USL competition, but he's not playing with the team tonight, not even in the changes. But with Chang, Ben Sheikh, Portillo, along with Garbanzo coming back into their first 11, he was suspended for the game last Saturday night. And they have a real feel because of what their coach does. Their coach is Mike Anheuser. He's been around the league as their coach and general manager. He played at Indiana, by the way, won an NCAA championship there in '88. He's a Battery player in '94, so he's been around this league. He knows what type of competition to expect, but most importantly, he knows what type of players to pick for his team to be successful in this league.
One of the great things about attending a match at St. Louis FC Worldwide Technology Soccer Park, Marshall Wireless Stadium, is the atmosphere.
Yes.
The game day atmosphere. The St. Louligans do a marvelous job. Fans in the stands, family friendly. Anheuser-Busch 10 over pavilion. Our buddy Matt Bird went to the Charleston game last Saturday, and he wanted to mention that their supporters group, Queen Anne's Revenge, looked after the St. Louis folks, in particular one of their guys, Tommy Byrne, who treated the visiting fans with class. And while we always talk about soccer and the fervor with which soccer fans root for their club, to have class, root against their other team, have fun, but keep it at a level where you treat the others with class, and that's what I love about this sport.
And that should happen in particular with what you just mentioned, the supporters groups. They should always be actively involved because they're all trying to support and, more importantly, sell the sport in our country. And all these supporter groups for these respective clubs, they have done just that.
Charleston comes out black shorts, black socks, vertical, black and gold stripes, black patches on the back with white numbers. St. Louis in their navy blue, home kits, red piping down the sides, gold letters. We are underway. Charleston, the Battery, moves right to left. And here we go. See if St. Louis can get off this home bugaboo and make their home pitch something special. Driven deep into the St. Louis zone. The keeper, Alec Can, keeps an eye on it as they clear it to the side and try and move forward. Some shoving going on in the midfield, and Charleston takes over there. Swing it to the left side. Ajete controls in the midfield, and he rolls it back for Lasso. Lasso to the right side for Charleston. Taylor Mueller is there.
And you will note, Bob, immediately that St. Louis is not running after Charleston. They're letting them play in the backfield. They are not going to chase them. They're going to make them play and send long balls.
Michael Chang tried to send it in to the penalty area. It did take a funny bounce and kind of had a little spin on it. Yep. And fortunately, Can got there and made sure it got out of play. But it will provide a corner kick opportunity, and Justin Portillo will do the honors out of the left corner.
Deflected off of Charles Rankin. Rankin playing wide on the right tonight. Dale Shiley with that 4-2-3-1 formation. Rankin, Jameel Hardware, and Greg Cochran getting just his second start for St. Louis FC.
Drive curls toward the net, headed once and through, and we'll see who touched it. Apparently no one from St. Louis.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you know, I've noticed in this league, Bill, teams either choose to go parallel or horizontal or parallel with the goal line when they set up in a corner, or perpendicular with the line. And I noticed this time Charleston sort of had a mismatch. They were all over the place.
A lot of teams will line up in a certain direction when the ball is going to be flighted. As soon as it's flighted, players will run in totally
Right.
different directions.
Jailbreak.
Near post, far post. One runs out to the tip of the circle, one stays at the penalty spot. So it's a matter for you to get a body on everybody. And most importantly, watch the runners.
Alec Can drives one to midfield. Battle for that flighted ball. It'll be a foul. Over the back was Van Schaik.
Against number 21, Chad Vandergriff, who gets the start at right back tonight. Long ball flighted by Alec Can over the top. Number 14, Jared Van Schaik.
Be interesting to see Greg Cochran up front for St. Louis.
Played 2 years at Virginia Tech, Bob, and then 2 years at Louisville. Second round draft pick in the 2013 MLS Super Draft by the Los Angeles Galaxy. He was traded to the Fire in March of 2014. This is just his second game for St. Louis FC.
Duty lofts one into the area. Little spin move. Nice effort by Musa. Thought he was held. He tried to spin around his man to go after that flighted ball. Thought he was held. The officials disagree.
James Musa will always get forward on these dead ball scenarios, and usually Patrick Duty will flight them from the right and or left wing. Has very good left foot, flights a nice ball.
Battery bring it back through the midfield, then switch right to left, try to get it to Ajete. Pops one up in the air into the offensive third. St. Louis, though, takes it away and takes over. In the back, Vandergriff under some duress. They work it left to right. And through the middle, Takata with his first touch. Kentaro Takata wearing the 10 shirt. Swings it for Hardware. Good run up to the right side, and here comes Rankin. He runs it down right corner, wheels it back to the middle, and it's knocked away. They play it out. It'll be a throw in from the right sideline.
Now, that's the type of ball you want from a holding midfielder. In this case, Kentaro Takata cuts it out early and then plays it as equally as early behind people on the ground so that the wide midfielder, Rankin, can run onto it.
Rankin in the right corner. Gets it back after the throw-in for Vandergriff. Vandergriff's going to chip it all the way back to midfield. They'll reload. Patrick Duty rolls it back. And then it's Parker Marr, his first touch. Back to the right side for Fink. Fink crosses the center line, up the right side. Tried to sneak one in diagonally, bounced away, recovered by Rankin. Rankin moves in. Hardware is there. Tried a quick shot that was blocked off the back of a defender. Charleston will bring it back.
Jamil Hardware, who, by the way, Bob, has scored in the last 2 games for St. Louis FC. Scored early in the game against Charleston last week, only to get equalized in the 89th minute by Cortez.
Portillo in the midfield. They try the right sideline, looking to probe there. Duty wants to run it down, couldn't. Knocked away. Now Patrick is able to get control, sends it for Parker Marr. Through the middle, Hardware is there. Jamil curls and then rolls it back, and he'll let Sam Fink set things up. Swings it right on the sideline for Vandergriff with Takata. Takata goes one-on-one, beats one man, and then pretty good pressure, sends it back. Nice job by Garbanzo.
Garbanzo made Kentaro Katana play. Couldn't get forward, couldn't get through the midfield area, couldn't get through the center circle.
Now they send it back to Fink. St. Louis hemmed in a little bit right now. They'll probe the left side, send it too far there, got a little too ambitious. They wanted Patrick Duty running up the side, and it goes out of play.
I don't know about you, Bob, but as I look out of the field, I may have opted for my solid white uniforms tonight against Charleston's black and yellow. Both teams with a real dark shade to them.
They bring it up the left side, knocked away. Hardware couldn't control it, though. It goes out of play. Good crowd on hand tonight. We'll have around 4,000 plus.
In the last game, 5,321, the largest crowd to date so far. That was for the Montreal contest on August 8th.
Taylor Mueller on the right side, out of the back. St. Louis not applying a lot of pressure, but in really good shape through the field. You can see that they're kind of holding positions and forcing Charleston to make some decisions. Parker Marr takes over. Try the right side, looking for Hardware on a quick run, but that was broken up, and Mueller has it in midfield for Charleston. And then in unforced errors, they let it roll out of bounds.
Dale Shilley told me during the week in particular, the last day before the match this evening, Bob, that he really can't look forward to pressing this team simply because of the absence of some of his key players. So he just hopes that the home crowd bears with them because they are not able to press a real experienced team like this, but so far so good. They're seeing enough of the ball.
Charleston in the midfield, crosses midfield, looks to go on the attack. Quick shot was deflected away, back to midfield. Ajete comes through the middle, but that pass was broken up, recovered by Portillo at the center circle. He drops it back, and Mueller tries the right side again.
Yeah, their first thought is to always keep it. If it's not on, to go forward. When you're taking somebody on, knock it back to the center back or the holding midfielder in that center circle.
Try to make a run through the middle. Parker Marr had it, couldn't control Boyd. Boyd, the 10 shirt, sends it to the right side. Here comes Charleston. Out of the corner, approaching the area. Curls went up top, a shot, but it went wide. Couldn't get much on it as they tried to poke one through the top of the area.
Well, Navion Boyd, he has a great deal of speed for the Charleston battery. Gets in behind people. Here's Charleston at that right wing corner flag, as deep as they are. They try to knock it back that deep. And Cordovez tried to run onto it. Couldn't get on the end of it, but nonetheless a good ball on the ground. Knocked it back deep, on the ground, at his feet, on an angle. A ball you can hit first time.
Hand drives one through the midfield. Bouncing ball off of a header. Controlled by Rankin. Rankin's forced all the way back across midfield, though.
Yeah, they really make you play. They want to get the ball back as soon as possible.
Fink takes over, though, and gives it up to Musa. James comes up the left side, looks for Duty. They look to make a run, looking to go in deep for Cochran. Drops it back, left-footed shot, goes through the middle, curling away from the goal. They boot it away. Recovered in the back by Musa. One touch, Marr. Marr to the left side. Good ball movement by St. Louis. Up the left side, they'll try it again. Too much traffic. Jameel Hardware is there. For Marr, one touch, but that was errant and knocked away by Garbanzo. He comes across midfield. And Van Schaik, a little overlapping run, and here comes Garbanzo again. A shot up top, loose in the middle, they score! Oh, a bouncing ball. And the volley was picked out of midair as Cordovez got on the far post, and I don't know how he controlled that bouncing ball, Bill, but he certainly did and got enough on it.
Got to him quickly. He was calm, composed inside the penalty area. He's the guy who did the damage last week in the 89th minute. This week he does it in the 10th minute in an away game. So Charleston gets into the attack immediately. Cordovez is at that opposite post, brings it down, slots it inside the near post, in behind Alec Can for a 1-0 lead. And this is exactly what St. Louis FC did not want to do at home, chase yet another home game. But Cordovez gets the go-ahead goal in just the 10th minute. Good finishing, calm, composed by number 16.
Certainly it was a good run and a great cross, but remarkable control by him on that high bouncing ball. Not a ball that bounced a foot off the ground, but 3 feet off the ground, and he was able to get it where he wanted it.
And he was calm and composed about it. Didn't get all excited because he was in the penalty area unmarked. Brought it down, put it in behind the goalkeeper.
So as we go into the 11th minute, 1-0 Charleston Battery. These teams tied last weekend. St. Louis runs it down in the midfield. Charles Rankin. Rankin with Takata. Center circle.
You saw, Bob, how quickly they got into the attack when St. Louis FC over at that far wing. And they lost control. Charleston immediately got into the attack.
Cochran with Rankin through the middle. Boy, they were back nicely. They defensively flood the penalty area. Now Rankin again. Rankin and Vandergrift. Takata holds off a defender, but he's in trouble. Finally gets it to Cochran, who they finds Marr, and they shift it left. Duty with the left foot tries to curl one through. Couldn't get a header as they knocked Takata off his feet. Then a loose ball in midfield is taken away by Sam Fink. So Rankin on the right side, and foul.
Yeah, inadvertent handball against number 11, Charles Rankin. Chang alongside of him, Michael Chang doing the defending. For the talented midfielders in the first 11 for the Charleston Battery.
It appears St. Louis trying to do a better job with some first touch passing and moving the ball quickly through, but Charleston to this point really defensively gets back and stays in shape, and they give you no passing lanes.
They got those 4 people in the back: Quentin Griffith, Taylor Mueller, a new player in the first 11, Forrest Lasso, Sean Ferguson suspended, as I mentioned. He's not playing tonight. A normal center back. and then Emmanuel Ajeti. And Ajeti and Griffin really like to contribute to the attack and get forward as soon as possible.
Musa, long pass, sends it all the way into the offensive third. Ambersley runs it down in the corner, sends it back up top. Look for an opening, quick shot blocked away by the defense. And out of play, Ambersley will throw it in. Good play by Lasso defensively. St. Louis gets it in again. Trying to find a target man. Takata bouncing ball. Can he control? No. He tried to settle it. That one extra little moment to settle. The defense came and a slide tackle knocked it away.
Interesting ball nonetheless into the penalty area to the run of the feet of number 10, Kentaro Takata by Patrick Duty. Whenever a ball is played in on the ground, or at least bouncing like this particular one to Takata, you just couldn't quite get on the end of it on that second bounce. Good ball by Duty into the penalty area though. Put it into the penalty area at your teammate's feet. You can either receive, turn, shoot, or lay it off.
Charleston brings it back after the throw in. Cross midfield, long diagonal pass. They battle for a ball in the air, a shove as it goes out of play, and it'll be throw in for Charleston. They drop it back to Ajeti with Chang and Ajeti. Oh, nice little pass through the middle, very creative. Little bit too far, might have fooled his own man, Von Schaik. St. Louis takes over. Long pass through the middle. They were trying to find Jameel Hardware cutting to the middle. Bounced away, but Hardware settles with a chest, gets it to Rankin. Rankin up the right side. That's where he likes to run, toward the right corner. Can he curl it back? Rankin, little toe poke, tried to knock it away. He gets it back. Rankin with Vandergriff on the right sideline. Back to Rankin. Rankin bounces it through. Little side pass from Hardware for Takata, but the defense was hip to it. And they overran, and then a long pass looking for Cordoves, and it was offside. St. Louis to get it back. That's what I mean. Rankin, nice run in there with Hardware. They got in deep, but once they got there, Charleston said that's enough and put up a wall.
Ajeti squared up with number 11, Charles Rankin. Didn't let him make that last dribble, the push and go to get beyond him, and most importantly, as a defender, didn't let him get the ball over.
St. Louis probes again, knocked away by the defense. They try to clear to midfield and do. And across midfield, Musa has to make a nice athletic play to run it down and beat Cordoves to that ball. Can. Left boot through the middle of the field. Knocked away. Takata recovers. In the middle and then drops it back. 1-0 our score. Charleston on top. They get it through the middle for Ambersley. Tries the left side. He's run down hard. And they're going to say Charleston gets the ball.
Well, Ambersley's going to have to do a lot of work tonight. He's in that 4-3-2-1 formation. He is the lone forward, so he's going to have to come back to find the game on occasion. Bob's going to have to come back, make himself available. If he can't lay it off, then go. He's got to hold the ball, if nothing else.
Charleston again back through the middle where it is clogged, and so that it is booted over the top. Make James Musa run it down, which he does, all the way into the far corner. He battles along the side, and it's out. Oh, and that's going to be off of Musa, and they get the throw in out of the right corner.
Charleston's ball as they come into this game, Bob, in third place in the Eastern Conference. Rochester leads with 47 points. Louisville's next with 42. Charleston has 36 points. In that Western Conference, a three-way tie for second place. Seattle, Colorado, and Galaxy. The Los Angeles Galaxy Los Dos.
Throw in top of the area. Man goes down. Vandergriff may have taken his feet out. And now a very dangerous opportunity if you are a St. Louis player, as the Battery will have a great opportunity.
Chad Vandergriff whistled up for that penalty
kick.
Yeah. Number 21, Vandergriff whistled up for that penalty kick against number 12, Michael Chang. Chang just did enough of what he had to do. Receive, turn, and keep the ball in the penalty area.
Now Portillo will face Alec Can. From the hash mark, Justin Portillo. An ugly turn of events here as we go almost into the 18th minute. Portillo approaches, stutter step, shot scores. Went to his right, ball went to his left, and Portillo made it look pretty easy, and it's 2-0.
So in the 17th minute, Portillo gets that penalty kick. 2-0 now. Not much difficulty for Portillo. Alec can guess the other direction. He puts it in on the ground. Portillo does beyond Alec can. So it's 2-0 now early into this game, just into the 17th minute. So now you are really chasing the game at home.
Dobbs Tire and Auto Centers for the best selection and price and quality brand name tires and the best in auto service. For convenience and value, get into Dobbs. Well, St. Louis will have to be the aggressor now. Rankin will throw it in off the right sideline in the offensive third. See if they can get something done. They send it in for Ambersley, heads it back to Rankin. Drives one to the top of the area. Cochran looks to settle, gives it up to Takata. Kentaro Takata is pushed out of there, switches right to left. They'll try and probe the left side. For Parker Marr now to the middle with Takata. One touch, curls it for Rankin. Not a dynamic pass, but sets up Charles. Avoids being tripped. Lobs one over the top, might have been deflected, and it's an easy play for the keeper, Kevin Corby.
Well, Rankin came in off the right flank on the angle, tried to take on that last defender. Gets into the hands of the goalkeeper, getting a start tonight, just his 8th start. Kevin Corby, in his first year with the Charleston Battery. Played some indoor soccer with the St. Louis Ambush, by the way.
St. Louis Ambush, quite a indoor legacy in St. Louis, in particular in the 90s when they won a championship.
Speaking of indoor soccer, Bob, the St. Louis Steamers Club is here tonight in attendance, 100 strong. Jason Glover, Doug Gum, Tara Lure, Jim Tebow, welcome to them. Nice representation, continuing to support soccer here in St. Louis.
Sideline throw in for Charleston Battery, who lead 2-0. No, not a throw in, excuse me, dead ball. And Jameel Hardware, left foot, he's been playing with a heavily bandaged right hand for months. Now he can barely walk on that left foot. I did not see what happened to that foot. It looks like it might be an arch or an instep issue. They're going to play. He's going to play on. Ajete. It was a throw in. He gets it back. Drives one up top. Booted out of there. Rankin sends it forward. Ambersley is there. Wanted Hardware to run onto it. He's really limping badly.
Quite noticeably is number 7, Jameel Hardware. I don't know if he was stepped on, Bob, but the absolute last ingredient you need to this overall scenario is yet another player to have to go off due to injury.
Now he's taking his shoe off, or at least retying it. Yeah, I don't know if he got stepped on, got spiked, I'm not sure. But it's a noticeable limp.
Jameel Hardware, who had played 2 years with the Harrisburg City Islanders in this league. He's from Kingston. Also played some professional soccer in Sweden during his early professional career, just 22 years of age.
Ball booted out of play. St. Louis throw in Vandegrift in front of his own bench. And a whistle. And the official's going to come over and look at Jameel Hardware. He took his shoe off for a moment. He says, you got to get off.
And because of his the cast, the temporary cast, at least the bandage, he can't begin to tie his shoes, so he's going to have to go off to do it. Referee in charge tonight is Brandon Artis. Assistant referees are Justin Mack and Shane Kennard. The 4th official is Jacob Post. Nick Burney talking with Jameel Hardware, as is Dale Schilly. He is indeed back on.
So he walks off and walks on. Get it forward. Jameel has it on the sideline. Beats one man, then another. Now has some space. It closes rapidly. He beats a man on a slide tackle. Still moving forward into a triple team. Cochran tried to send it forward on a give and go, and he's upended as the shot goes out of play.
And how about that piece of individual work by number 7, Jameel Hardware? Goes off the field just momentarily, comes back on. gets off at a dash, a maze, a solo run of his own making.
Nifty give and go with a new teammate. That's not easy to do.
Very nice. Cochran tried to lay it off back to Jameel Hardware. Just about did so at the near post.
Corby drives it in his own goal line through the middle. Ping pongs back and forth. Nice little bit of acting from Garbanzo, but he almost had his head taken off by Vandergrift.
As we mentioned, Vandergrift getting that start at right back tonight, Bob. Suspended as Nick Bibbs.
And that's a shame because in that game
against Montreal,
that last home game, he was, I thought, brilliant that night.
Did a good job, and Richard Dixon still not quite match fit. Jamaican international. Getting back close, but still not quite ready. Oscar Kaseki, he's also suspended. There's an entire first 11 sitting down behind the team bench of players who are either injured or suspended who can't play tonight.
Ball battled for in the midfield, and the foul. St. Louis will take over. Musa drives it forward. It's for Cochran. He went down hard and was surprised they kept playing. Late whistle, and they'll give St. Louis an opportunity.
We talk about all the players not playing this evening.
There's a drive through the middle, knocked away. And now Rankin has it. Outside the arc, moves left. St. Louis trying to get something done, but they can't get it past really into the penalty area, Bill, with any kind of efficiency. Now they roll it back.
As quickly as they get forward, they get back as well. They defend as a unit, they get forward likewise.
Takata, they roll it forward from Musa. James couldn't control that pass. It goes out of play, and they'll roll it, or they'll throw it in near midfield. Maybe on Boyd.
There's going to be various channels where you try to cut balls out, Bob. The two defensive midfielders right there, the forward channel as well. Try to cut balls out there as they're trying to get out of their own backfield.
Throw in. Rankin trying to hem him in, trying to get something going, force an error, get a mistake.
Yeah, if nothing else, make them play, try to come out of their own backfield.
Long pass up the right side, controlled nicely, and they have a man. Here comes Boyd into the area. A shot. Oh, what a save by Can. Loose in front. Can he control? No. Boyd got it back again. Curls it up and finally cleared away by Vandergrift. That looked like a sure goal, Bill McDermott.
Navian Boyd, we talked about his speed. The ball played into him, into his path, runs onto it. Excellent goalkeeping by Alec Can.
Wow, what a play by Can. That looked like a sure goal. Now Vandergrift is absolutely drilled. Both legs taken out. And all St. Louis will get is a throw in, it appears.
Chad Vandergrift getting forward from that right back position.
He got brutalized.
Followed by Emmanuel Ezzetti, their normal first 11 player at left back. But great goalkeeping by Alec Can. Here's Vandergrift getting forward up onto the back. Takes a glance forward. That slide tackle from the side, almost from behind, but from the side. Sometimes just as dangerous, if not more so.
Hardware tried a nifty play where he flipped it over his own shoulder and then tried to pick it out of the air, but just went wide. 10 yards closer to the goal, that maybe happened.
And Boyd just a moment ago comes in at the near post, and Alec Can immediately saw the danger developing. He comes off his goal line, makes it impossible for Boyd to slide it in behind him at that near post, which is what Cordovez did in that first goal.
Corby boots it across midfield. Foul on a header. St. Louis will get it back. St. Louis-based Worldwide Technology is a proud supporter of St. Louis FC and soccer in our town. Recognized by Fortune magazine as one of the 100 best places to work 4 years in a row. Worldwide Technology understands with the right culture and teamwork, great things happen.
Worldwide Technology Soccer Park, Denny Long Field, Marshall Wireless Stadium.
Ball headed into the area, but no St. Louis players could run on, and Corby will play it out. Up the right side, Parker Marr steps into the passing lane and takes it away. Booted out, and St. Louis will get the throw in on the far sideline. Hey, GW Meat and Bavarian Style Sausage Company, proud to be the official broad of St. Louis FC, celebrating 50 years as a family-owned St. Louis tradition. You can't beat G&W meat.
So far, the Battery had the advantage in shots, as well as shots on goal. None so far for St. Louis FC. Not for lack of effort, though. Trying to make something happen.
Lost in the midfield, then Musa takes it back. He's on a long run into the offensive third. Musa lays it off to the left side. Long shot. Weak side one at Ambersley over his head. He curls back in the area. Looks for a man up top. Hardware, a shot blocked by the defense. That play was held up by the official being in the wrong spot at the wrong time. Now they send it right to Ambersley again. Curls one over the top, header attempt. Oh, just over Musa. Now Takata tries one. Missed a shot. Oh, what a save by Corby. He robbed Musa.
Great action as Jameel Hardware on the goal line. Nice ball sent over into the penalty area from Mike Ambersley. And then good goalkeeping by the first-year player, Kevin Corby. It all began with getting this ball over by Mike Ambersley. Musa leaps, can't quite get the end of it. Kentaro Takata has the second ball, plays it on the ground for Jameel Hardware. He was not offside. Good work by the Charleston Battery to get back and defend.
Corner, coming out of the corner, they tried the header and it went just wide as St. Louis tried to send that one through. That was Fink.
Yeah, Fink always, Sam Fink gets forward, gets involved in these dead ball scenarios as well as corner kicks, as does James Musa. The two center backs in the first 11, number 3 Fink, number 14 Musa.
2-0 our score. Charleston on top and in control. St. Louis trying to get some opportunities. That was the best flurry they've had all night as we get into the 29th minute.
If nothing else, Bob, various players involved. The ball was kept alive inside the penalty area.
Back through the middle, Takata with Hardware on a run. Ambersley tried to lay it off for him. Just broken up at the last moment. That was a nifty opportunity. The defense was up to the task. Now it's Vandergrift. Bulls his way through. Finds Rankin. Curls over. Tries the right foot and it's blocked and out of play.
3 players converged to do the tackling. Charleston tried to come out of their own midfield. They wouldn't let it happen. Keep the ball alive. Vandergrift gets forward. Rankin again running at people on his right flank.
Now Rankin curls one through. Oh, and Hardware wanted to settle or drop it back for Cochran, and it spun off his foot. What a pass from Rankin.
Charles Rankin doing his best to make something happen on this right flank. If nothing else, getting the ball and dribbling at people. Take people on. That is your job as a wide midfielder.
Boy,
get it, dribble at people, and get it over.
That pass off the right side into Hardware in the middle, I thought was dynamic and surgical. It was a beautiful pass.
And Hardware did his best to try to lay it off for Mike Ambersley, who was right behind him.
Now Musa. Fink. Takata. Diagonal pass. Ambersley drops it back to Vandergrift, and now Cochran. Curls one through. Has a man, Parker Marr. Left-footed pill. Oh, right on. A beautiful shot. Corby well-sided made the save.
Nicely struck by number 6, Parker Marr. Good work by Cochran to find him early.
Cochran again takes over in midfield. St. Louis trying to pick up their pace, and they are giving Charleston some worries, it appears.
So you have to make them play. But they're the visitors. They're on top 2-0. Dale Shilley told me at one time that he may not be able to press this team. Well, why not? What are you going to do? Protect a 2-0 deficit?
Right. Now you got to go. St. Louis back through the middle. Offensive third. Long diagonal pass. Oh, just behind their intended man, Ambersley. But Rankin recovers. He tried to send one through the area. Knocked away by the defense. Rankin holds off his man. Dangerous kick in the ribs. Rankin took it. Plays on. Curls one to the middle. And Corby double punches it away. Vandergrift holds it in with a header. They clear it, but Takata takes over. Now he has Hardware outside the area. He targets Ambersley, sends it back through. Jameel Hardware on the right post, pulled down. Are they going to give it to him? Yes!
Now,
it might have been more of a slip, but he sold it.
This is what happens when you play a ball in on the ground to a runner who's willing to do that running and take people on. So Jameel Hardware at the very last moment there, tripped in the eyes of the referee. And the foul whistled up against number 3 for us, Lasso Jameel Hardware wins a penalty kick for St. Louis FC.
I thought Jameel sold it.
And did a very job of doing just that.
Now, Mike Ambersley is going to take the penalty kick. He's chosen because
he's a very good, efficient dead ball striker. Mike last scored in the July 15th game at Montreal.
He takes 6 steps off the ball, looks at the official, looks at Corby. Ambersley, there's the whistle. Stutter step, shot, score! 2-1.
Ambersley in the 33rd minute, but it's made possible by Mike Ambersley, not just with his penalty kick, but he started the play by putting it forward so that Jameel Hardware could run out to it. The end result of the play, the goalkeeper, Kevin Corby, similar to what Alec Cann had done earlier, guessed the wrong direction. Mike Ambersley draws the team to within 1. The yellow card being given to Jameel Hardware for some reason. We're not
There was a
sure.
little bit of extracurricular.
After the ball
Somebody
was struck.
tried to get a ball away from somebody else, and they're getting a little chippy out there right now.
One of the players runs into the net to get the ball out, a la Eusebio at the 1966 World Cup, playing for Portugal against Korea. Let's get the ball back and center it off right away. We need more goals. We need them now.
St. Louis FC goal scored by number 50, Mike Ambersley.
Crowd loves it. St. Louis back in the game. Now a trip in midfield, a dangerous play, a trip from behind.
And that is a yellow card for sure. It's a
And there it
deliberate
comes.
trip. A deliberate trip.
Well, see, Hardware got mixed up, and the official got in his face. Rankin was also jawing with someone, and I think that trip was a little retribution. But St. Louis would get it at the center circle.
And Justin Portillo, he's seen enough of the running of Charles Rankin, deliberately fouls him from behind. So he receives a yellow in the process.
2-1. Chipped into the area. Header goes back toward the goal line, and they're going to let it, and it'll be a corner kick for St. Louis.
Nice ball flooded into the penalty area by Patrick Duty.
Hey, Veta Sports has 6 locations in the metro area offering indoor and outdoor adult soccer leagues, men's, co-ed, women's division. Register a team or sign up for a house team at vetasports.com. Out of the left corner, curled, out top, header attempt. Oh, it went down. We got a whistle inside. We got a whistle inside.
I think it was James Musa who was leveled. So another penalty kick whistled up by the referee, Brandon Artis.
Are you kidding me?
He's explaining it to the defenders right now.
Several of them who are all jaw-jacking with the official. He tries to walk away. They won't let him. It's a mob. 8 of their 11 are in the official's face.
Here's the play again, number 14, James Musa, who was fouled by number 3, Forrest Lasso. You think Charles Rankin did a good job of acting a moment ago. James Musa really sold that one. He was fouled, don't get me wrong. And a yellow card being shown to number 15, Emmanuel Ajeti, by referee Brendan Artis. So Ambersley got the first goal. Various things going on here. Well, there's the first foul by number 3, Lasso. By the way, we've talked about this all the time, Bob. Any game, anywhere in the world, there's 10 fouls on every dead ball inside the penalty.
In the penalty area.
Especially on corner kicks. 5 each way. Offensively, 5 defensively.
Here's Mike Ambersley. A shot. Oh, he's saved by Corby. Rebound shot. Hit the crossbar. Oh, they hit the crossbar on the rebound. Brother, back through the middle and headed away. Takata couldn't get a shot off in a foul. And bodies are down everywhere.
So here's the play as Mike Ambersley strikes a penalty kick. Kevin Corby makes a save. He dives correctly this time. Running onto it, the ball is alive. Chan Vandergriff, 21. Charles Rankin, number 11. Hits the face of the crossbar. And at the end result of the play, as we watch the ball bounce, almost gets out of play. It's going to fall for number 6, Parker Marr, still bouncing inside the penalty area. Chad Vandergrift, who had run onto it early, gets it over back into the penalty area. Two Charleston Battery defenders battle for it. They collide.
There will be, Mr. Rankin will be waking up in the middle of the night in a cold sweat for quite a while. That one will haunt him for a long, long time.
Well, if you get penalty kicks against this team where you haven't been really successful, you've been applying the pressure, but because of the pressure you've been applying, and you get a penalty kick and you're playing in a home game, you have to convert it. You have to convert it. Very simple.
We almost had a brand new game. Almost. Long way to go, 38th minute. In the middle, St. Louis looks to control. They take over. Cochran again.
A very nice save by the goalkeeper, Kevin Corby.
Marvelous.
You mentioned he's just in his first year. He started school at Kentucky. He played in the preseason with Sporting Kansas City. Then the goalkeeper, Kevin Corby. Just his 8th start for Charleston.
Well, St. Louis, the last 10 minutes or so, Bill, have carried the play.
They have made Charleston play. They've kept the ball nicely. They've got the ball to their players who are comfortable running at people, namely number 11 Rankin and number 7 Hardware.
Fink sets things up for St. Louis. Sends one through the middle. Neil Hardware is there. Curls away from a defender across the center line. He finds Ambersley. Mike up the right side. Curls back under duress, but under control. Then pokes one through. Hardware's there. Has some space. Curls one through. Left foot, right foot, just out of play.
Again, the nice link up between Ambersley and Jameel Hardware in close, tight spaces. Jameel Hardware very comfortable in those close, tight spaces. Does a little mini shuffle, goes at one defender, then tries to get beyond the second. Couldn't quite do so. Nice job by defending by that last defender, Forrest Lasso.
Corby drives one back through the midfield. Headed by James Musa for Takata. Tried to get it to the right side for Rankin, but that's broken up by the Charleston defense. And booted all the way out of play on the far sideline. Hey, Dobbstown Auto Centers for the best selection, price, and quality brand name tires, and the best in expert auto service. For convenience and value, get into Dobbs.
Yeah, we like to ask you in this 40th minute, are you interested in a refreshingly different banking alternative here in the St. Louis market? Well, welcome to the world of Triad Banking. Your business, your family, your bank. TriadBanking.com.
St. Louis on the attack again. They've been carrying the play in the last 10, 12 minutes. Now back through the midfield to set things up. Sam Fink. Fink to the right side. Takata draws a double team. Gives it up to Cochran, who's dropped back through the middle. Now to Musa. Musa surveys, approaches, taps it to the right side. They look in. Curls one up top. He wanted Hardware there. The defense had that well covered. Takata recovers, however. Kentaro Takata.
Yeah, Takata doing a wonderful job of playing right in front of those last 4 defenders, winning a lot of balls, cutting them out.
St. Louis had Cochran on a run through the middle, but they couldn't get him the ball. Well played defensively by Charleston, and the battery control again in the 41st minute, leading 2-1.
Good change of play immediately. Ajetti gets it. Portillo comes into the center circle, goes to find the game, alternated it over to the right back, from the left back, now to the center back.
Trying to regain the control they lost. But St. Louis says, nope, we're going to take over again. Hardware has it. And Jameel, even with an injured foot, he said, I'm going to try and take this game over, and he's been dynamic.
Yeah, Dale Shilley told me that he's been a totally different soccer player the last couple of weeks. Really been taking a lot of the initiative of taking on players, doing the job with a lot of players missing from the offense.
They send one back through the middle. Van Schaik swings it left, has a man, broken up, and Can's going to run after that one. A desperation play by Fink, and he made it.
Sam Fink and James Moose at center back. Chad Vandergrift with that last sliding tackle fell right into the hands of Alec Can. Kanzler 8th overall in the league, Bob, with a 1.26 goals against average.
Rankin battles with Cordovas, and it goes out of play. St. Louis gets it back. Takata curls one through. First touch To the right side, they drop a shoulder right into the chest. One of the Charleston players.
A foul whistle up against
Yep.
Parker Marr. He showed too much of that ball after he tried to receive it on his chest. Foul number 10, Navin Boyd in the process. Boyd really has bags of pace, really gets forward nicely. There's the foul by number 6, Parker Marr against Boyd. That's the accurate call by the referee.
So again, Charleston now playing such high tempo for the last 15 minutes. Can St. Louis continue it? Try and get an equalizer here before the break.
And Bob, get that equalizer within the next 3 minutes. That's a real backbreaker to anybody you're playing against. Even though this team is in 3rd place in the Eastern Conference, they'll be shaken by that if it would happen.
Rankin with Vandegrift. They approach again. Rolls one through. Has Ambersley. Oh, and they're going to say it was offside. The crowd down there does not like it.
Mike Ambersley delayed his run a little bit. Ball played to him on the ground. It looked like when the ball was played to him, he was in an even position with that last defender, number 4 Taylor Mueller or number 3 Forrest Lasso. Ambersley, who converted on that first penalty kick in the 33rd minute. Kevin Corby saved his second just moments later.
Takata tried to drive one forward for Rankin. That was broken up nicely. They curl one out. Vandegrift breaks it up, but it goes inadvertently to a Charleston player. He sends one through, looking for Garbanzo on a run. Couldn't quite get there and can breaks it up and rolls it out for Takata.
Good tracking back there by Chad Vandegrift. Saw the danger developing.
St. Louis back through the middle and up the left side, trying to keep the pressure on. They have to send it all the way back to their keeper, Alec Can, however. Now he'll boot it to midfield again once Parker Marr controls, chests it, finds Cochran. Cochran with Hardware. Hardware, as the defense collapses on him, tries to knock him off his feet. Boy, very physical there, and they play on. I don't think that was a cell job. He got almost decapitated. Now Charleston brings it back up the right side. Around Parker Marr. And with duty on defense, was able to pick a pocket and come back out for Marr.
Good defending there by Patrick Duty. One-on-one with Cordovez. Excuse me, that was Navian Boyd.
Takata switches to the right side. Vandegrift comes up with Rankin. Room to run. You're a defender, you don't want to see that. Oh, the defender held his ground and took it away from Rankin. Great play.
What a nice tackle. Wonderful tackle by Ajeti, and then he starts the play immediately.
Now Garbanzo outside the area. Goes left to right. 3 minutes of added time. Now up the right sideline. Here comes Charleston to the right corner. Curling one up top, looking for a man, but only a St. Louis player was there. Musa knocks it away, but St. Louis can't control it. Goes an unforced error, going to hand it right back to the battery.
Minimum of 3 minutes stoppage time. Displayed by that 4th official. Jacob Post, the man in charge tonight on the sideline.
Takata off the throw in, gets it ahead to Rankin. He approaches midfield up the right sideline. Charles tried to poke it ahead for Hardware. Jamil had other ideas, and the defense then, unforced error, kicks it out, and St. Louis catches it.
Charles had the ball on the right flank. Jamil stopped, showed, wanted to play the ball, played to him on an angle so he could receive, turn, and go towards the central part of play, or perhaps work a 1-2 with Charles. Cochran salvaged that ball nicely.
What a great slide tackle by Cochran to get it right back for St. Louis. Stoppage time as they cross midfield. St. Louis trying to get something going here. Left to right on a diagonal, once Rankin in the corner. They break it up but out of play. St. Louis, Vandegrift throws it in. Has Hardware. High kick, takes it away, and Garbanzo will take over. Lays it off nicely. Here comes Chang into the St. Louis end. Back up top. Portillo switches to the right side.
Yep, Chang starts it, Portillo joins.
Now it's Boyd. He lays it off. They send one through the area. Dangerous settle. Takata's able to clear it out for St. Louis. No shot there. Ambersley has it. Long pass looking for Hardware broken up. Mueller was there and sends it to the right side as Boyd. Through the middle, Boyd with Portillo. They're content to hold it in the midfield, then send it all the way back for Mueller.
Wait for a bona fide chance, otherwise kill off the first half.
They lead it 2-1. Official on the side, checking his watch. St. Louis, though, takes the long pass, steals it, back through the middle. Hardware, Jamil against a triple team. Picks a spot, gets it through to Rankin. Bounced away, Charles runs it down on the left sideline. Gets it back up top, Parker Marr with Rankin on the left side. Rankin in the left corner. Tried to get it back up top, defense steals. Cochran is there. Cochran lays it off. Now Rankin again. Tried to drive one into the penalty area, and it's knocked off a defender, and that will end the first half.
Score is Charleston number 2, St. Louis FC 1.
As they head to the locker room, let me remind everybody about St. Louis-based Worldwide Technology, proud supporter of St. Louis FC, recognized by Fortune magazine as one of the 100 best places to work 4 years in a row. Worldwide Technology understands with the right culture and teamwork, great things happen. 2-1 at halftime. Well, Bill, after a very slow and, quite frankly, depressing start for St. Louis fans,
Well,
they picked it back up and now are right back into the game because of effort.
precisely, Bob. Real simple. The effort had to be there because you got to go play. You're down 2-0. It's early in the game. 2 early goals. Cordova's in the 10th minute. Portillo with a penalty kick in the 17th minute. You got to go play. You're not going to protect the deficit, so let's just go play. It's late in the season. You're at home. We talked about this on numerous occasions. We're so confounded, everybody, the entire club, about the home record. So just go play. Give it to the people who can run at defenders. Hardware, Rankin, case in point, to make something happen, and that's exactly what's transpired.
That's Bill McDermott. I'm Bob Ramsey. Jim Ewer, and halftime comes your way next on the Big 550 KTRS.
Blue Chip Pest Control is proud to present Bugging the Players.
What's up, fans? Brandon Barklage here, number 25, center mid. Gonna give you a little tour. This is our little hallway. We'll just put these pictures up. Musa and Gull's face, they look pretty ridiculous. That goalie's like, what the? This is actually a pretty cool one here. This is my first goal with the club, so I thought that was an awesome experience. Let's see here. Here's my dad right here. That's my stepmother. So there, he's cheering me on. I think he's the only one with the fist pump there. Got the head honcho. What's up?
All right.
I'm good.
Good.
Look at that serious face. Intimidating. We have massages going on. We got some dreadlocks. What's up, Mr. Moose? How are you feeling? I told you I was gonna mess with you. You all right? That would be the head trainer right there, Nate, the man. Here's Grandpa.
You mic'd up today, Bob?
Yes, I am. You want to have a conversation? All right. Good talk, man. What's up, Chuck? Say hi to the camera. Some people like to come in and take naps before training. They go out there, they're sleepwalking during 5v2. Washer dryer that we never use. Yeah, it's a little bit of a mess right now, but yeah, I think that closet company came in and did an awesome job, and we're pretty set up. All right, let's go out to training. This is the morning walk to training every day. Got guys doing a little 5v2. That's probably what I miss most, kind of kicking around with the guys and having some fun before training. What up, Tim? Morning, Bart. Smile for the camera. Nick Caruso, he's got his arms crossed and everything. Smile for the cameras. He wants me to come say hello. Oh. I knew that was coming. You're about to tackle me, aren't you? Go do some push-ups. It's about to come down? Good. We need it. We got to cool this grass down. Start off with a little bit of technical, I'd say, and then move into maybe some keep away, some possession, small-sided games. Sometimes we'll mix in a little bit of fitness, keeping our heads in it, and the guys, they haven't lost focus yet, so We're still in it.
How are you feeling today?
Got out of the car with a little bit stiff.
Okay.
Take them with it, Nate. This is gonna be a lighter day for the guys, set pieces and restarts and stuff like that. Yeah, I know, stay away. You wanna talk?
No.
This is Brian Jones over here. He's the head honcho of the goalkeepers. 3 trees is what we call them. The 3 trees in the beard. They beat everybody out to the field pretty much every day, and they're working their butts off every day. Oh. You're used to cameras. Uh-huh. You know who you look like? Ron Burgundy.
Exactly.
That is unbelievable. You are a handsome fella. What do you feed those biceps? I don't see you doing 1 push up here, and then you show up with pythons. Let's see it, Wheaties. Pretty flawless so far, Peter. Still got it. I do want to say a little note for the fans. You guys have been absolutely fantastic all year round. Thanks for coming out, guys. Now get out of here.
The lineup's going to be a little different. We're working with some suspensions, I think 5 of them. So we're going to, some players that maybe haven't seen a lot of time in the past are going to be asked to make a contribution. It can mess with the cohesion a little bit, so that's one side of the coin. You got a lot of guys who maybe haven't played 90 minutes together on a regular basis. The other side of the coin is you got some guys who are fresh, you got some guys who are hungry, and anxious to prove a point. Good news is you know them. You came off playing them 6 days ago, so they're fresh in your memory. The downside is that sometimes those games tend to get a little chippy, especially when you deal with a game like we had on Saturday night. That was physical, a couple of ejections. It was emotional for both teams, so you can get some carryover when you go back, back-to-back home and away games like that. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. It's an emotional game. And things that were going on, especially Saturday night and Saturday night's game, there were emotional situations. There's some controversial things happening with the refereeing. Guys are feeling a lot of pressure. You got some new guys in there that maybe haven't got a lot of minutes, and all that culminates, and it's an emotional thing. And it should be an emotional thing. The sport isn't meant to be played with a lack of emotion, with a lack of passion. And sometimes these things happen. It is what it is.
They were looking for charities to go through and choose, and they decided on the St. Francis Road soccer camp. Basically, they serve kids over in Africa who don't have a safe place to play soccer. They don't have balls, they don't have shoes. A lot of times they're balling up with string of plastic bags and making a ball out of that, so they look for donations.
We're looking for like a fundraiser to help kids, and then we found this juggle-a-thon one, and we picked it, and so we juggled for an hour. We raised almost $2,500.
These kids come out and they have no idea how blessed they are. They just think this is normal to them, And so it takes events like this to really let them know and see the light and get that good feeling of helping other people.
Hi FC fans, I'm Kelly and this is Nathan, and we're with the Mercy Sports Medicine team. Most people think soccer is all about the feet. However, one of the most common soccer injuries is concussions. You don't have to lose consciousness to sustain a concussion. In fact, less than 10% of all concussions lose consciousness.
Every concussion is unique, so you should visit your medical professional if you suspect a concussion.
Mercy Sports Medicine can help with concussion evaluation and your recovery.
For more information, visit mercy.net/sportsmed.
Charleston Battery leading St. Louis FC. Bill McDermott, I'm Bob Ramsey, and we talked about it before we went to our halftime break, but I think it's worth talking about again when you talk about energy and the way you deploy it on the field and the way the score changed the pace of the game. In a strange way, St. Louis falling behind made the game better, if that makes sense.
It makes total sense, Bob. The game was made much better simply because St. Louis FC realized they had to go play. And you have to go play in a home game. you got to win home games,
Right.
but most importantly, you have to entertain while you're doing it. So it was a tremendous response by St. Louis FC to get back into this game, and they had a magnificent opportunity to equalize with that second penalty kick. But they brought the play in the second stage of that first half to the visitors, to Charleston Battery.
My guess is there will be no more penalty kicks. You better not count on that happening again. So St. Louis has got to find a way to recapture the energy they had for about a 15-minute stretch and be able to do it for the whole 45.
And keep that ball alive in the penalty area. Now, you can be assured that Charleston has made their adjustments.
Right.
They know that either Charles Rankin or Jameel Hardware is going to be the player who gets the ball, receives turns, and runs at the defense, and then makes things happen. So they're going to make their adjustments. St. Louis FC, they don't have that many players to be able to make changes, and it's a cooler night tonight, so perhaps players will stay in a bit longer. But nonetheless, what I was most happy to see is the response that the home team came up with when they were put under immediate pressure. They were chasing the game immediately at home, which is exactly what you do not want to do. But they made the visitors play.
And the new guy, Cochran,
Yeah.
looks like he is more than really willing to accept the role of facilitator, and it looks like he's good at it.
He gets the ball forward whenever he can. He won't hide in a physical game. He's somewhat of an experienced professional, having played with the Galaxy and then the Fire. But under the banner of what this particular league does, Bob, he wasn't getting enough time in MLS. So come to the team where you loan players. St. Louis FC, their MLS contingent is the Chicago Fire. So come down here, play some games, and get some experience.
So St. Louis will come out, and I think the early minutes hopefully is a good indicator of them accepting how they must play for the next 45. You hate to see him repeat the opening moments of the first half.
Precisely. You don't want to do any more chasing than you have to against this very talented bunch. Let's face it, Bob, after tonight, there's only 5 games remaining. The next 3 of which are in rapid succession at Richmond, at Rochester, at Harrisburg. 22nd and 30th of August, then the 6th of September. Then you conclude at home here at the Worldwide Technology Park, September 12th against Charlotte, and then September 19th against Louisville City. So you end your year the way you started it, at Louisville City, way back on March 28th. Can you believe that this team's been training in just their first year of expansion soccer in this league since February 16th? Here we are on Thursday night, August 20th, and so much has transpired. Dale Schilly has told me on numerous occasions. I spoke with quite a few of these established coaches in this league, namely Mike Anheuser from the Charleston Battery, Bill Betcher from the Harrisburg City squad. They know now that when they started this league, heck, they told Dale, we weren't winning a whole lot of games. It's a difficult scenario to immediately jump into as an expansion club.
Well, we'll see if St. Louis can jump into the second half, and we are underway. St. Louis moving right to left, and Musa has it in the back. Musa surveys, approaches, center line, long pass on the ground. He had Ambersley, finds Marr, gets it ahead for Hardware. He's run off the ball, and they bring it back out with Boyd. Boyd on the side. Got roughed up a little bit there, and Parker Marr takes it away. In the offensive third, Ambersley spins to the side of the area, drops it back out for Duty. Patrick Duty back to the midfield for Musa. James sends it right. Fink. A little bit of pressure on Fink. Sam crosses center line. Swings to the right side, Vandergrift with Rankin. Rankin eyes the situation. Cochran says send it back again. Let's restart it.
Wasn't on to go forward. Knock it back to the center back.
Fink drives it forward again. Looks for Hardware. One touch. Takata back to Hardware near the center circle. Hardware shows it, spins it back, keeps it at his feet through the midfield, then drops it to Musa. Musa up the left side. He's there with Patrick Duty. Patrick under a lot of pressure sends it back to Musa. James sends it to the right side. Fink. Long pass on the ground, broken up. Here they come on the counter attack, and they've got a man. Here they come. Garbanzo rolls one through, not much to it. And Alec Can will bring it out again.
Yeah, Garmonzo left alone there, but between Fink and Musa, they both chased back. Made up for that deficiency on defense on that particular play, got back quickly.
Musa dumps one in, knocked away out of bounds. Quick throw in. Parker Marr is there on the left side. Approaches the penalty area, splits a double team, gets it up top to Takata. Kentaro Takata sends it over to the right side. Vandergrift drives one toward the net. Headed in the air and knocked away. Stolen back by Ambersley, but he couldn't control. Charleston will bring it back out through the midfield. Long diagonal pass. They have a man running under it. Cordoves curls back out. Patrick Duty marked him well. Gets it ahead to Parker Marr now. Parker gives it up to Patrick Duty on the left sideline. Duty drops it back. Cochran has Musa in the back. Across for Fink. They'll try the right side again. Fink to the right side. Vandergrift has some space, didn't like the look. Back for Fink. Gets directions from Musa. They send it back to James.
Just waiting for players to show.
Musa approaches the midfield line. Drops it back to Duty on the left sideline. Patrick, long curling pass. Wants hardware. He chests it. Little side volley pass to the right side. Too far for Rankin. Good idea. Nifty play. Rankin couldn't catch up.
Good work from the right back to the center back to the central midfielder. Trying to change directions to the left back. Duty sends it over to the right winger. Good attempt nonetheless to find hardware and try to isolate Charles Rankin one-on-one with that wide defender.
St. Louis steals in the midfield. Has Parker Marr. He's under duress and lost it. Now they've got a 3-on-2 and send it ahead. He's not offsides. Here comes Cordoves. Left-footed shot. Curled it wide. Oh, wow. How did he miss a wide open net from 15 yards?
Number 16, Eviel Cordoves. He defected from Cuba in fall of 2013.
We're going to call Castro and send him back.
7 goals in his rookie year. This could and should have been a third for the visiting Charleston Battery. Did all the difficult work, ran onto the through ball, beat everybody in the process, tried to curl that, tried to clip it with his inside of his left, couldn't quite put enough shape on it.
Harder to miss than it was to make.
Yep, could and should have been a third.
Now here comes Ambersley. And St. Louis turn that counterattack mistake into a goal of their own. Well, now here comes another counterattack for Charleston, roaring through the midfield. Great run by Garmonzo, finally run off the ball by St. Louis, but they hem Fink in his own end. He's hemmed in and lost it along the sideline. Boy, they really pushed forward on that one.
They wanted to get that ball back as quickly as possible because as deep as it was into the end of St. Louis FC. Get it back as quickly as possible. Garmonzo led the charge.
Approach the penalty area. Knocked away. Across the end line, and St. Louis will get it back. So 5 strong minutes by St. Louis. Save a couple of counterattacks by the Charleston Battery. Can St. Louis keep the intensity up?
You got to be careful when you have your 2 center backs wide at knocking the ball around from the center backs to the wide backs. There's that avenue, that channel in the middle of the field, and Charleston will really try to exploit that. Normally on days like this, when they have Cordoves in the first 11, they'll try to play him, and that's what happened just a moment ago.
St. Louis will get a throw in on the right sideline, midfield. Tried to send it in for hardware. Couldn't control. Cochran is there. Has Rankin. Had to go back through the middle and they were ready for it, but St. Louis is able to battle and get it back. Musa at the center circle. James Musa flights it left. Missed his target by 15 yards and out of play.
That's a type of play where Dale Schilly is comfortable with his center backs dribbling out of the backfield. The ball's not going to get tired. Dribble with it or send it long. James Musa, very, very odd misplay coming out of his own backfield.
Charleston content to play it in the back. They lead it 2-1 here in the second half. Long flighted ball. Fink plays it back for his keeper, Alec Can. Alec rolls it out for Musa, and St. Louis will try again.
That is the play by Fink. Don't try to head a ball like that and let Charleston run onto it by getting a second ball easily cut out.
Musa drives the ball deep and into Charleston penalty area, but nobody could run under it. So the battery will bring it out.
Yeah, Kevin Corby, who made a wonderful save on that penalty kick by Mike Ambersley in the 35th minute.
Amazing. Long flighted ball. Musa drops it. Clears it ahead. Duty looks to find Jameel Hardware. One man to beat. Side of the penalty area. Hardware sends one through. A shot! Left foot goes high over the crossbar. Oh, Ambersley on a great feed from Hardware.
Wonderful ball out of the backfield by Patrick Duty. On the ground to Ambersley, on the ball to ground to Jameel Hardware. Looks up, was entertaining, taking on that last defender, plays it on the ground, a ball Ambersley can hit first time he does so. Just leaned back a bit too far, skied it over the crossbar, but good from out of the backfield by Duty to find Hardware early.
Yeah, I think he gets it a couple of feet lower. It had the right angle and curl. But I think he picks that right corner.
Yeah, that's one of the things you asked me about, Bob. One of the things that Ambersley can contribute when he's up top by himself. Doesn't have the size. He's not going to run away from those last defenders, so they can hold it, or you can shoot early.
Yeah, that was, he just missed. An excellent opportunity.
This Charleston bunch, they go to Louisville on Saturday. Then they're at Richmond on the 29th of August. At Pittsburgh the 5th of September. They conclude at home with 2 home games, Louisville the 12th of September, and then Charlotte the 19th of September.
Fink drives one through the middle, headed away by the defense. St. Louis will throw it in off the right sideline.
Seattle Sounders get into a tie in second place, Bob, with Colorado and Los Angeles Galaxy 2, 39 points. Tied for second place in that Western Conference. The Sounders beat Colorado last night.
Back and forth through the midfield with both clubs.
Yeah, and Harrisburg, Bob, they beat Toronto 2-0 last night. They play Rochester on Saturday, and Harrisburg right in front of the Charlotte Independence, Montreal, and St. Louis FC.
James Musa up the left side, has Hardware, drops it off for Ambersley. Mike sends it to the right side. And then for Rankin. Takata kind of dummy runs on that. They roll it through. It goes out of bounds. Is St. Louis going to get that?
Takata let that run for Mike Ambersley. Michael did the chasing. Perhaps got injured in the process on that last tackle with the starting center back, Forrest Lasso. The end result of the play is that Ambersley's doing the chasing against Lasso. Pushed a little bit from behind at the very end was Ambersley by Lasso. Corner kick won by St. Louis FC. This will be taken by Patrick Duty.
Mike's up.
Ambersley always willing to do the running.
Duty out of the right corner for the corner kick. St. Louis lines up vertically, perpendicular to the goal line. Curled toward the net, headed in the air, and it'll be brought out as it squirted out of the scrum, and then in unforced errors, they just booted into the stands. St. Louis will get it back on the left sideline, offensive third.
Yeah, it's one of the things that Dale Schilly talked about. As a matter of fact, he mentions it, has it on the chalkboard prior to every game. Restarts. They're so vitally important. Find the possession somehow, find it, keep it, make the visitors play, and so far they've been doing that in the second half.
Musa sends it in, headed away, recovered by St. Louis. Parker Marr with Musa. Curls went into the penalty area, but curled away from the intended target. St. Louis recovers in the midfield. Vandergriff drops it back for Duty. Patrick draws the defense, finds Musa playing up. Nice little overlapping run. Duty tried to send one through, knocked away, and he gets the corner kick.
Duty still staying forward from that prior dead ball scenario. Receives, turns, plays it into the channel so that Duty can run onto it.
Duty out of the left corner with the left foot. St. Louis has nobody in at the goal line. Now they're going to run Hardware in there. There's the ball, blasted through the middle, headed away nicely by the defense, and they're going to try and turn it into a counterattack. Here comes Garbanzo. Double teamed. Oh, and they run him right into the St. Louis bench, and Takata comes away with the ball.
Greg Cochran totally made number 17, Ricky Garbanzo, play there and wins the ball in the process.
St. Louis takes over in the midfield. Vandegrift sends it forward. He wants Ambersley and has him off the side of the area. And we got a whistle as a couple of players went down. Rankin tried to jump into the fray and attack, but they blow a whistle.
Ambersley again doing the chasing. And yes, again against number 3, Forrest Lasso. These two have been battling the last 30, 45 seconds.
Dobbs Tire and Auto Centers for the best selection and price. Quality brand name tires and the best in expert auto service. For convenience and value, get into Dobbs. St. Louis will get the restart. You just mentioned how important they are. Set play off the right side.
Get the ball into the penalty area.
Also leaving the game, number 10, Liam Boyd. Entering the game, number 24, Zach Prince.
So Kelly and Prince come in.
Yeah, and excuse me, Bob, I had said earlier that Dane Kelly did not see his name on the change sheet. So Dane Kelly comes on for the Charleston Battery, as does Jordan Roberts for St. Louis FC. Also coming off for Navion Boyd is number 24. Normally a first 11 player is Zach Prince. Again, another player from the College of Charleston. Quite a few players on this squad from the College of Charleston. Zach Prince is in his 6th year, and as we mentioned, Dane Kelly has 9 goals so far in USL, 11 goals this year in overall competitions.
Somebody went down hard as players were jostling for position, Bill, and one of the Charleston players went down. He just flew out of the scrum. I don't know if Musa got him or he was in. Oh, and there's a yellow card going on Sam Fink.
Given to Sam Fink. And Taro Takata trying to reason with his center back, number 3, Fink. Number 3 is Forrest Lasso, who stepped into the starting 11 tonight in the absence of the suspended Sean Ferguson. Two center backs talking it over.
As they try and work it out, let me remind you about St. Louis-based Worldwide Technology. Big supporter of St. Louis FC and soccer in our town. Recognized by Fortune magazine as one of the best places to work 4 years in a row. Worldwide Technology understands with the right culture and teamwork, great things happen. Well, now we've got more shoving and pushing as they try to get this set piece underway.
Because it's a dead ball in the penalty area and it's a free kick from outside the penalty area, and there's going to be 5 or 6 fouls each way.
Curled on, dead on, punched out of there by the keeper. Oh, and then Fanning on the shot, Vandegrift, but he runs down his errant. Shot, drops it off, right side. Another one booted in, header. Oh, just knocked away. St. Louis thought there was a foul. I don't think we'll get another penalty shot. If you have mayhem on your mind.
No, there's 3 penalty kicks, Bob, so far tonight.
There'll be no more.
The quote is used. The quote is used up.
If you're going to mug somebody, the penalty areas in St. Louis are the safest places to be if you're a criminal.
The ball flatted in. That was a dangerous ball, whistled in. Sam Fink almost got on the end of that. Fink still forward from the prior dead ball.
In the 61st minute, 2-1 Charleston. Vandegrift's going to send it back for his keeper, Alec Can. St. Louis will bring it out again. After about the first 25 minutes of this game, St. Louis has carried most of the play. But they had created a 2-goal deficit. We've still got more work to do.
This comes under the banner of what Dale Shilley told me, Bob. The players are still passionate. They're still motivated to win.
Nifty play by Jordan Roberts in the midfield. Showed the ball, brought it back, found a teammate. Now it's Musa across the center line. Musa in the attack mode, draws a double team, waited a little long, but had some help, and then a shot to the chops by Zach Prince, who just came into the game. Straight left hand to Parker Marr.
So Marr battling number 24, Zach Prince. Another free kick scenario for St. Louis FC.
But a diagonal off the left corner of the penalty area.
Prince coming in for the tackle against Parker Marr. Clearly a foul. So a free kick to be either flighted by Mike
See how they want to play it. Boy, this game's gotten physical. Curled on the attack, but well-sided. Boy, Corby really gets a good look and positions himself beautifully.
And immediately comes off his goal line,
Yeah.
which any talented goalkeeper is going to do. Off your goal line immediately for any kind of ball that's whistled into the penalty area. If you can get a hand onto it, punch it clear. If you can get a catch, if you can catch the ball, ideally he did the latter.
Yeah, more than just the penalty shot save. I think the way he's played and positioned himself all night's been brilliant.
Well, and he comes on for number 23, Odesnell Cooper, who is their normal goalkeeper. He's 7-1-6 so far. The goalkeeper Cooper, he's had 4 shutouts, and he's only allowed, Bob, 13 goals. So when Corby comes in for him, he's a good backup goalkeeper.
In the midfield, looking to attack, and here they come. Charleston to the penalty area. Had a look, all blocked by the defense on a quick shot. Oh, they swarmed on the St. Louis penalty area.
Well,
Now-
they immediately got forward. That
And it
ball
was like a wave, wasn't it?
That ball was loose, and they went directly into the attack mode, got into the penalty area.
Griffith has it taken away by Marr for St. Louis, and they tried to counter quickly, but it went too far for Cochran and out of play.
Yeah, Griffin hasn't gotten forward as much as he did in the game last Saturday. But the Charleston battery immediately getting forward. 1, 2, 3 forwards.
Lightning.
Into the penalty area. Patrick Duty comes over, makes the defensive play.
Griffith, throw in toward the area. Musa heads it in the air, still looking to battle. And controlling now, Charleston. Marr tried to take it,
That'll
Cochran
be a
tried to
card.
take it away, and
That'll be a
he
card.
drilled the young man on the ankle. Karate front kick right to the ankle.
Greg Cochran receives that yellow for the foul against Ricky Garmanzo, and you'll see why right there.
I never want to see anyone get hurt, but when a game gets chippy and guys start to look for payback, it can get really, really ugly.
Well, any referee in the world, when he sees you leave the ground with both feet, some referees would have given you a straight red for that.
Yeah.
Especially if you would have had both feet extended. But he didn't. He planted early, but nonetheless, that's a dangerous scenario.
Chang now faces a two-man wall.
17, Ricky Garmanzo. Entering the game, number 8, Sebastian Courier.
Sebastian Courier.
He likewise was in the first 11 last week in the game against St. Louis FC.
Chang curls one beautifully. Oh, that was a nifty ball. I mean, that broke 15 feet.
Chang puts up his arms.
Why was no one there?
Well, I can't flight it any better.
I mean, he put it on the far post. You couldn't have thrown it there better.
Flighted it away from the goalkeeper. Nobody at that opposite post to run onto it.
I don't
Nicely
blame Chang on that one.
Nicely flighted by Michael Chang.
Back through the midfield. Roberts sends one through. St. Louis couldn't control this. Is becoming a very, very physical game, Bill McDermott.
And we'll see the end result of it. Let's see what Brandon Artis does. Watch it closely.
Kind of reminds me of anytime St. Louis, north side versus south side. I've seen those affairs.
Those are dangerous just by the names. So St. Louis FC, this is a difficult stretch for them, Bob.
No kidding. Well, what a battle. Finally won, but they're going to finally won by St. Louis, but a foul and now a restart, dead ball, just to the left of the penalty area. Unbelievably dangerous position.
And this is Dane Kelly, who is an absolute handful. His 5th season, battling that last defender, Sam Fink. His calm, cool composure on the ball, using his body.
Curls it on, punched out of there by Alec Can. Saw it all the way.
Yeah, excellent punch clearance by Can. That is the play by the goalkeeper.
And it comes all the way out after a deflection off of a battery player, and St. Louis now turn that into offense as they'll be on the left sideline.
Dangerous ball whistled in. Alec Can cannot catch that ball. He punches it clear very effectively.
Patrick Duty rolls it ahead for Parker Marr. Hip checked. Sort of a reverse check there if you're a hockey fan. They send it forward for Cochran into the left corner. Cochran rolls it back out. Roberts sends one high in the air, wanted a hardware, but it was knocked out by the defense. And they send it to the right side. St. Louis just outside the area, trying to turn and curl and shoot. Curled to the far side, but Cochran couldn't run under it, but they force it out of play and knock it away. St. Louis will get the corner kick.
Good work by Chad Vandergriff at that right back position. Always anxious to join the attack is Vandergriff. He would not let that play die in some fashion or another. He wins the corner kick as it goes off. Last touch by Quentin Griffith.
Patrick Duty out of the left corner now.
Keep it away from Kevin Corby.
Duty's ready, here it comes. Curled away from the keeper, top of the area, headed out by the defense, nicely done. Marr runs it down. They get it ahead for hardware. Jamil sends one through. He was looking for that overlapping run there, but didn't get his man.
Try to play it in behind the defense on the angle.
64. St. Louis FC and Charleston Battery, thank you for attending tonight's match.
4,064 on hand tonight, Bob. Look how the shots have picked up in the second half. 13 for the home side, 5 for the visitors. 5 of which were on goal for St. Louis FC.
Folks like the action, and they're getting it now.
Well, the prior game, as we talked about, the prior home game out on August 8th, 5,321 when Montreal was here. Speaking of Montreal, the Montreal Impact and MLS, Didier Drogba going to make his debut shortly for that squad.
Musa goes down hard. He got drilled on the shin just below his right knee. Musa is down. They'll check him out. G&W Meat, Bavarian Style Sausage Company, proud to be the official brat of St. Louis FC, celebrating 50 years as a family-owned St. Louis tradition. You can't beat G&W Meat. Musa says he'll be all right, taking his time.
James Musa gets that start at the center back position alongside Sam Fink. And again, we'd like to ask you, are you interested in a refreshingly different banking alternative here in the St. Louis market? Well, then welcome to the world of Triad Banking. Your business, your family, your bank. TriadBanking.com.
St. Louis sends it in deep. Charleston back to midfield. Teams have played pretty even now in the last 6 or 8 minutes. They send one on, looking to run Lasso under it. Very physical play by the St. Louis defense, and Alec Can comes up with the ball.
And you can be assured that Fink and Musa realize the presence of Dane Kelly, who wears number 9, Bob. 11 goals in 2013, 10 2014. As I mentioned just a moment ago, 9 goals so far in this current campaign.
Patrick Duty tried to send one through the middle. It was picked off, and here they come on a counter. Long diagonal pass and a good one. Looking for Kelly on the left side. He comes up, very patient. Now he's going to attack. Tried to roll one through. He targeted Chang, couldn't control it. Gets it back into the penalty area. He's going to lay it off. Thought he had a shot. Defense closes. Tapped into the area, and then finally deflected away.
Well, good work interchange there between Kelly and Zach Prince. Zach Prince, who started the play with a beautifully flighted ball all the way over to the other side of the field for Dane Kelly. Kelly gets a return, and as always, is going to run at the defense anywhere close to the penalty area.
Brian Ciasulco checks into the game, replacing Takata.
Kentaro Takata, again, who did a wonderful job tonight playing in that holding midfield spot. Such a vital role in that 4-2-3-1 formation, Bob. Because everything comes through that defensive midfielder channel. You got to cut out so many balls. And as soon as you cut them out, you got to play them early.
St. Louis puts the pressure on again, and Lasso had to boot it out of play. Throw it in the offensive third. St. Louis has Musa in midfield now. Musa sends it forward.
Ambersley coming back a little bit deeper now.
Into Cochran. Cochran rolls it out top. Ciasulca first touch. Sends one through right on. And Corby had to go to his knees to make the save.
He's done that in the last couple of games on his first touch. Have a go at and from distance, as a matter of fact, for number 5, Brian Ciasulca. Corby didn't see that until late. He was somewhat unsighted.
Yeah, because the ball was skipping as well. Musa went down again, Bill.
Yeah.
He's gotten whacked a couple of times back there, and he's down and slow to get up. And the official's going to have a look. Dobbs Tire and Auto Centers for the best selection and price on quality brand name tires and the best in expert auto service. For convenience and value, get into Dobbs.
James missed about, conservatively estimating a month and a half of the season because of that instep injury. Perhaps he re-aggravated that. Mike Ambersley talking it over with his center back. Nate Burney attending to number 14, James Musa. Just 22 years of age, Bob. So much experience. A New Zealand international. Played at Fulham from 2012 to 13. The A-League in Australia at the tender age of 18.
Wow.
From Plymouth, England, number 14, James Musa.
James is walking off.
Somewhat gingerly, seems to be okay, but somewhat gingerly. St. Louis with 14 shots to 5 for the visiting Charleston battery. Mentioned just shortly ago, 5 of which were on goal. Both keepers doing a wonderful job tonight, especially Kevin Corby, who saved that potential equalizing penalty kick shot from Mike Ambersley in the 35th minute. Ambersley had converted in the 33rd minute.
It would have tied it up.
Mm-hmm.
He guessed right and made a dynamic play.
Yes, he did.
Charleston now with the ball, sending it through the midfield. They're there with Thierry. Swings it right. Prince rolls one down the side. Out of play. St. Louis will get it. Patrick Duty surveys. Waiting. Gets it into Parker Marr. Duty boots it out of play under pressure. Good work by Terrier to put the pressure on and force the mistake.
Make the last defender play. If you lose it, get it back as quickly as possible. Preferably up high on the field.
Griffith rolls it in. Looks for Prince. Into the corner there. They send one into the penalty area. Booted high in the air, straight up. Look to settle and get a shot. Can't. Booted away by Patrick Duty.
Good play there, Bob. We talk about Dane Kelly. He's at the corner flag arc with his back to play, has 2 defenders on him. Somehow, some way, gets the ball over on the ground into the penalty area.
They send it back in, and Alec Can will play it nicely. Rolls it out for Cochran. To the right side with Siasulka. Now St. Louis sends it back. Greg Cochran.
Cochran, a real workhorse. Really goes to find the game. Wants to contribute to get the ball out of the backfield. Wants to try to make it easy for his teammates to play.
Fink looks to bring it out with Vandergriff. Now Cochran got pushed from behind, went down hard. Bounces up, they play on. Here we go. Curling one in, looking for Ambersley. He dropped one off, but Hardware was a little behind the play and couldn't get it. Charleston brings it out.
Nice piece of work there by Ambersley, Bob. Couldn't do nothing else with that ball, so he simply nudged it on, tried to flick it for for Hardware.
76th minute, 2-1. Charleston on top. And the battery. Into the offensive third. Sends one to the left wing. And offside. Better Sports has 6 locations in the metro area, offering indoor and outdoor adult soccer leagues, men's, co-ed, women division. Register a team or sign up for the house team. Details at bettersports.com. Get your friends together and play soccer. Fink in the back for St. Louis with Musa.
Musa with acres of space to either drive or dribble.
He's going to give it up to Marr. Back to Musa. Long pass. Couldn't quite get it through the defense, and here comes the counterattack. Zach Prince gives it up, and they're going to switch right to left.
That's a nice change of play by Jonathan Shake.
shake, send it off to the left side. Now they approach. There's a quick shot. Blocked by Musa. Hardware knocks it down and tips it back to his keeper. Good play. Has to play it with his feet and clears it out. Will it go out of play? It will. Quick throw in, Griffith. Tried to get it back. Hardware takes it away. Hardware with Marr. Parker gives it up. Cochran sends a long flighted ball in looking for Roberts. Roberts in the offensive third, left side. Steps over again. A third time. Curls through. Oh, I thought he had Siasolka half a step in front.
Siasolka waiting to make his run. I thought he had it angled just right from Jordan Roberts. Received, was head up with that last defender. One step over, two step overs. Not quite as dramatic as Rivaldo, but attempting to step overs and then laying it off, looking for Siasolka.
Bit of an unforced error. St. Louis gets it back in the midfield now on the throw-in. Couldn't handle it there. Back they come. Courier pulls his way through. Looks for Kelly. Up the side and out of play, and that ball will go right back to a throw-in for the Charleston Battery, who lead it 2-1 as we get into the 79th minute.
Dave Schilly and Ralph Richards maybe still entertaining making some changes before the conclusion of this one.
Trying to find any way to get that equalizer. On the attack, Griffith off the right sideline. Griffith left boot into the area, headed away. Nice play by Fink. They try to send it right back in. Moose's knocked off the ball. Curled back in front. Headed away by St. Louis. They'll try and control it, bringing it out. Nice play, and Patrick Duty has it. Patrick sends a long ball, looking for Roberts. He looks to run it down. Shove from behind. Stays on the ball, moves in a shot. Right on, loose in front, and cleared away by the defense. What a run by Jordan Roberts. He was beaten all the way down the pitch, Bill. Shoved, punched, pushed. He hung on to the ball and made the keeper, Corby, have to dive to punch it away.
Wonderful ball out of the backfield from Patrick Duty. In behind that last defender, it's number 23, Jordan Roberts. Perhaps he could have taken another touch and got in a little bit deeper, but Kevin Corby, he saw the danger developing early, comes off his goal line, makes a save, Lasso with the clearance.
Great run by Roberts. Great physical run.
Play it into the path of the runner who just came into the game. He's able to do that running, make the play possible.
Charleston looks to bring it out. Up the left sideline across midfield. Very physical game as it is unfolded here. St. Louis passive in the opening 20 minutes or so, and it hurt him. Now here's the counter. Look at the speed by Griffith. He can fly. Curls one back through the middle, but James Musa is there.
What a turn of speed by Quentin Griffith in the 81st minute, coming up out of the backfield from right back.
Blistering pace. Now here comes Roberts again. Jordan Roberts with Parker Marr. Curls it. Cochran. Greg Cochran swings it to the right side. St. Louis drives one on, looking for a header attempt. It's up in the air in the penalty area. Loose in front, but cleared away. Dangerous, and Mueller finally clears it out.
Jordan Roberts, again, good job by his presence in the penalty area just to keep that ball and play alive in the penalty area. Ball flighted in. This could be dangerous. Goalkeeper can't quite get to it. Roberts couldn't get on the end of it to head it towards goal, but he kept it alive in the penalty area. Looking for anyone, perhaps Ambersley, maybe a second ball for Siasolka.
Hardware.
Jameel Hardware comes off. He has run himself into the ground. Magnificent performance by number 7, Jameel Hardware. Mike Roach comes on for him. He wears number 16.
Roach and Kelly.
Peter Kelly comes on for Chad Vandergriff, who did a nice job tonight, I think. Had a few moments where he might have been caught out of position, maybe on that first goal by Cordovez, but nonetheless, playing that right back position for either Richard Dixon, Nick Bibbs, or Oscar Gasecki. Take your pick.
Now loose in front again. Still loose in front. Oh, side volley goes out of play as Corby had come off his line but missed the ball. Contact in the area. A side volley attempt, but it goes out of play. St. Louis will get the ball.
Ball bouncing into the penalty area. Eludes Mike Ambersley.
Now out of the left corner. They drive it up top. It's loose in front. Header attempt. Still knocked away. Another shot is blocked. And it's booted high in the air and cleared out of the penalty area. Wow. St. Louis wasted no time on that corner kick.
Get it into the area.
Now it's Duty again. Duty curls one on. A header, they score! A header, they score! St. Louis ties the game. What a play by Sam Fink. St. Louis relentless.
And that's why the play occurred, Bob. Sam Fink gets another head ball goal for St. Louis FC. The ball flooded into the penalty area. The second ball comes out, flooded right back in where it came from. Here's the end result of the play. Corby rises to meet it, but the center back number 3, Sam Fink, gets there first, and that's a brilliant equalizing goal for St. Louis FC.
Tremendous.
Beautiful ball flooded in. Look at Sam Fink get on the end of that. Perfect farm by the center back. Gives it that snapped header. So the former intercollegiate player from Wake Forest, Sam Fink, scores for St. Louis FC to equalize in the 83rd minute.
You know when it started? First the pressure, a shot, cross the end line, corner kick, booted away, but the quick, relentless attacking. Pressure, pressure, pressure.
Late in the game, playing at home, you've got to get points. Get the ball back into the penalty area.
Now they come back and curl it on, but St. Louis knocks it down. Very physical game.
Now be wary of Dane Kelly now on the counterattacks, of Zach Prince finding him deep into the penalty area, and keep the offensive pressure on the visiting team. Make them play.
Great effort as the physicality of this game continues to rise.
Patrick Duty, a beautiful ball flooded into the penalty area.
Wow.
Curls it with his left, so the goalkeeper, Kevin Corby, can't get his hands onto it for a punch clearance. Fink, snapped header into the vacant net, and that's an equalizer in the 83rd minute.
2-2 our score here in St. Louis. Wow. What a great goal.
Oh, and that missed penalty kick looms large now from the 35th minute.
Yeah, and you can't, here's the thing, you don't do it intentionally, but you can't have the letdown that, hey, we got here. You still got to keep going. You were right, you got to keep the pressure on now.
Well, let's ask this question. Is it more difficult to get to the top or to stay there? I think we all know the answer to that.
The foul will turn the ball back over to Charleston Battery.
And Greg Cochran, I think, Bob, in just his second game for St. Louis FC, he played in the game against the OKC Energy that was much earlier in the season, but he has been very active, a real workhorse, urging on his teammates as well.
They drive it in direct, a little too ambitious. Alec Cann's able to play it off his line, clears it ahead. Jetty, we haven't called his name very much at all.
And he really got forward in the game last Saturday against St. Louis FC in Charleston, coming up from that left back position.
Now play, I thought it was offside, but it's not, they say. Looking to drive in and get a shot away. What a brave, hard defensive play by Patrick Duty to knock the offensive player off the ball.
Good work by Patrick Duty to get back defensively against the dangerous number 8, Sebastian Touriere, who just entered the match about 5-10 minutes ago. You knew he was going to be strong, running at goal. Now, be wary on this corner kick. The calamity happened in the 89th minute of the last road game against this same team.
Out of the left corner, curled right on, headed down and out, tried to clear. Here comes, I believe that's Marr out of the scrum. 2 men back. St. Louis on a long dead run. Marr, little toe poke, knocks it away, and he can't control. Out of place. St. Louis will get it back.
Good run out of his own backfield
Sure
by
was.
Parker Marr doing the running.
Now St. Louis on the throw-in. Has their pocket picked, but a foul.
Handball will set up. Mike
Handball.
Roach, good job. Mike Roach, who likewise with a lot of his other teammates had missed a good month and a half of the season. Bad groin muscle. Finally reacted to treatment. Back playing, number 16, Mike Roach.
Beating him a dead ball. 15 yards, 10 yards across the center line. Left boot, flighted ball into the area. Header attempt, loose at the arc and cleared out. One-on-one, it's a foot race to run it down. Dane Kelly, the aforementioned, tried to get some space, lays it off on the left side in the area, drops it back, looks for a target. It's Kelly, just off his toe, and it rolled off. He was in a dangerous position.
Dane Kelly and Zach Prince doing the running, getting into the penalty area. There's Prince again on the turn.
Charleston on the attack, little give and go. Looks to set up his man. Oh, he elected not to shoot that. He had an open look. Charleston tries again. Flick it left side of the area. Moving in across the line. Through the middle, knocked away by James Musa.
Good, calm, composed clearance from James Musa. And you see how Charleston, Bob, they immediately get the bit between their teeth in this 89th minute and see that the game may be for their taking on the road.
They could throw it in again, and they do. Forced out of the area. Van Schaik has it, and they give it up. Tried to poke one in, couldn't. Looking to attack again. Crossing, little crossover play through the middle, and it rolls harmlessly over the end line. St. Louis will bring it back in the 89th minute. Tie game, 2-2 here in St. Louis.
Good work by Charleston there. That's what to do late in the game. Dribble at people on the ground, get it into the penalty area. Maybe you win a restart.
Alec Can sends it through the middle. St. Louis can't control it. Charleston looks to counterattack again. Long diagonal ball. They were looking for Zach Prince again, but it was broken up. Cochran with a run through the midfield.
Yeah,
swings it right for Roach.
Nicely done again by Cochran to get it, retrieve it, and run with the ball.
Ambersley back for Roach. Roach gives it up. Marr at the center circle. Parker drops it back for Fink. Sam to the right side. Little give and go activity there. Back through for Roach. A little back heel, tried to set up a teammate. That was knocked away. Charleston brings it back. They drive one through. They say not offside. I don't know how. St. Louis recovers. Can sends one through the middle. Great work by Roberts again, broken up at the last moment. Ball booted high in the air, recovered. Siasolka sends it through. You look to find a forward there. Roberts couldn't. They send it through the middle, and Musa breaks it up. With Patrick Duty, a big left foot looking for Roberts. Knocked away. They're going to boot it back through the middle. 4 minutes stoppage time. As we get into the 91st minute, 4 minutes. Doing a foul against St. Louis.
Whistle up against Mike Roach, going for that aerial challenge. Don't give away free kicks, no matter where they are in the field. It means the ball's going to be flatted into your penalty area.
So they'll restart it. And now a yellow card for Ambersley, who tapped the ball away on when the Charleston player looked to restart it.
And Mike's going to come off now, making his first appearance in the St. Louis FC uniformers. Number 19, Aaron Harton. Now this guy, if he gets anywhere close to the penalty area, Bob, he's running at the defenders and he's going to get into the penalty area. The very first homegrown player for the Columbus Crew.
Aaron Horton. They tried to send one through, knocked away. Alec Can's there. Keeper will bring it out. Drives one far, deep into the area, but booted away.
The official has indicated 4 minutes of added time to the second half.
Through the middle again. Duty goes up. Very brave play on a header. Coming up the side, Parker Marr. He got shoved down from behind. and a late whistle and a good one.
Referee Brandon Artis saw it.
Very cheap play by Prince.
He was going to let that go if St. Louis FC maintained possession. They did not. There's the end result of the play. Jordan Roberts again with a nifty, nice little turn. So Duty, this is real simple. Send it into the penalty area. And if it be at all possible, keep it away from the goalkeeper.
Driven into the area, far side, headed out. St. Louis tries to gain control and cannot. Oh, and now dangerous play, and here they come on a run. Up the left side, one man to beat, a shot in front, oh, and it's tipped over the crossbar. Woo! What a lightning quick counterattack.
Immediately out of the backfield, getting forward. Battery with an excellent opportunity for a third there.
Now Roberts brings it out. Musa taps it forward, looks for Horton. Horton, they climb right up his back and play on. Now Roach. Roach chips it. Boy, he was able to draw the foul, and I'm telling you, Zach Prince is trying to take some scalps late in this game. He's counting coup here, and St. Louis better be ready for it. He just got a yellow card.
Prince whistled up for the foul there, receives the yellow. A lot of players comfortable from this distance for St. Louis FC. Roach sends it forward looking for Jordan Roberts. He's obstructed his run is obstructed by Zach Prince. Free kick for St. Louis FC. Ray Cochran talking it over with Brian Ciasolka. Mike Roach on the end of this, perhaps.
About 12 yards outside the area, just to the left of the arc.
Duty leaving it for number 16, Mike Roach, who won this free kick.
Roach curls one on, weak side, wanted Musa. Broken up. There's a shot. They score! They score! Horton just into the game. You said he was dangerous in the area. It fell at his feet, and he blistered it into the back of the net. And St. Louis leads 3-2. Horton scores. Runs into the corner. The St. Louligans are going nuts, and so is St. Louis FC.
Aaron Horton, just 23 years of age. The ball whistled into the penalty area on the proverbial second ball. Chests it down, doesn't let it hit the ground. Aaron Horton. Horton hears a third. Horton hears a third. What a wonderful goal by number 19, Aaron Horton. I think that was just on his second touch of the game. But
I believe that's right, but you said he gets in that area, he is dangerous.
From Lewis Center, Ohio. Played for the Crew from 2011 to 2013. And now it's quite a few games when Aaron was playing. First ever homegrown player for the Columbus Crew.
Aaron Horton.
Now, watch out for Dane Kelly. It is imperative that you kill this game off.
There's a quick foul, and they'll throw it in from the sideline. Well, you know, you go into that prevent defense, and you could be setting yourself up. You've still got to play.
Just be careful. This ball's going to be sent into the penalty area. No question whatsoever about that. Watch the fouls on the restarts.
Driven on a drive, headed toward the goal. Good effort, but Can was there, and he falls on it.
There were 4 minutes at a minimum of added time, and I think we've well surpassed that by now.
3 unanswered goals by St. Louis FC, and they've taken the lead in stoppage time.
Now that missed penalty kick in the 35th minute is of no consequence, Bob Ramsey.
They send one in again for Horton on the run. Pressure, and he made Corby come out and play it. Back through the midfield. Headed away by St. Louis. Recovered, driven, looking for Horton. That's it! St. Louis comes from behind, and with about a minute left in stoppage time, 3 unanswered goals. The final by Aaron Horton, and St. Louis wins it 3-2, Bill McDermott.
And doing it the way they're supposed to be doing it at home. They've had their opportunities so often during the course of this year, and the St. Louligans are going absolutely crazy, and for good reason. But Aaron Horton, this is under his culture as a soccer player. Just get on the end of anything. And what St. Louis FC was doing late in the game, Bob, just send it into the penalty area. Send it into the penalty area. It's headed clear. He gets the second ball and buries it in the 93rd minute. A valuable 3 points for St. Louis FC, who now have 25 points in 23 games, momentarily overtaking FC Montreal.
How key, well, I know how key. Tell me how much, though, how important the new blood was. Obviously, Horton with the game winner, but Cochran played the entire game. The new blood of those two guys, it's so important.
And Cochran, in particular, I think, Bob, he was everywhere in the central part of the field. He made a lot of things happen. As we look at Patrick Duty sliding this last ball into the penalty area, that was the equalizer from Sam Fink. Wonderful ball flooded in by Duty. He's very gifted with his left foot.
Wow.
Excellent job by Sam Fink. Rise, meets it, snaps it, gets it in behind the goalkeeper, Kevin Corby. Beautiful form by number 22. Duty. Fink still up from a prior head ball scenario, prior corner kick, prior restart. So Fink gets his second of the year, both of which are on head balls. That was the equalizer for St. Louis FC. And then Aaron Horton, who had just entered the match. And we talked about him, and he could do things like this. He gets on the end of a second ball, it bounces, he chests it down, hits it into the opposite side netting, and that turns out to be the eventual winner. The ball whistled into the penalty area. Musa alive for the challenge, the aerial challenge. It couldn't have bounced any better for Aaron Horton. He chested it down and gets a winning goal for St. Louis FC in his first appearance for the team.
Beautiful. And you said he chested it down, and I incorrectly said it landed at his feet. No, he plucked it out of the air with his feet. He was so calm.
Very calm.
Chest, foot, boom, score.
Very
Beautiful
calm.
play.
Played for the Columbus Crew from 2011 to 2013. He's kept his career alive. He played 1 year of intercollegiate soccer at Louisville. He was really vital, as Mike Ambersley signed autographs. But Aaron Horton was tremendously vital in Louisville's very first run to the College Cup final. He scored in the quarterfinal over UCLA and in the semifinal over North Carolina. So he's accustomed to scoring big goals in big games.
Look at this crowd out here at Worldwide Technology Soccer Park. How desperate were they for a win?
Take a look.
It's unbelievable.
It's a pitch invasion for all the good reasons. But they get a valuable 3 points. St. Louis FC does. They now have 25 points in 23 games and now go on the road, Bob Ramsey, for 3 difficult games. The 22nd of August at Richmond, the 30th at Rochester, the 70 Brazilians who finally lost a game a couple weeks ago, and then September 6th at Harrisburg. That looms extremely large because Harrisburg is directly above you in the standings. Bill Betcher will be more than ready for that game. Bill Betcher, a homegrown St. Louis boy, he knows what some of these players from St. Louis on this team are capable of. So 3 games in succession on the road.
For one of the best road teams in the league.
Yes, they came into this competition tonight only 1-6-4, but they were 4-3-4. We mentioned this before, Bob. One of only 5 teams out of 24 in the league to have a winning road record.
Well, we'll see how they fare when we come back in a couple of weeks. 3 straight games on the road before the final 2 of the regular season for St. Louis FC here at Worldwide Technology Soccer Park, and we hope to see the stadium completely filled for those last 2. The fans have been absolutely fabulous throughout this season, and they were rewarded with a remarkable come-from-behind victory for St. Louis. 3 unanswered goals.
Every team, not just in this league, every team in the world needs a solid core of supporters, and St. Louis has it in abundance with the St. Louligans.
Well, new blood on the team has everybody's blood up. It's very, very exciting, and an exciting finish here as St. Louis beats the Charleston Battery 3-2. That's going to wrap it up from upstairs. Now Jim Hewer and the gang will be downstairs talking about this one with some glee. This was a long time coming and a marvelous win for St. Louis. So, for Bill McDermott, I'm Bob Ramsey. Stick around for more soccer talk right here on the Big 550 KTRS.